Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Krew. I am your host, Markel Tukaki. All right, today we have a guest host with us today. And what's your name?
I am Kyle, and I'm filling in for Mr. Love Brown today.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Kyle, and thank you for coming out to our scene today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I know you brought so many hot topics, so I can't wait to get ready and get down to business. But we want to thank you for coming out today, okay?
Oh, it was no problem. Anytime you need me to fill in, I'm always available.
All right. Well, today we're going to start off with the what's in the news. This is what I want to call it. The divided states. Right now, actually, Cal, there are like 20 states that are actually trying to divide from the United States of America because basically Obama won. They're trying to say it's for different reasons, but when it's all said and done, it's because Obama won. And some of these states are like Texas, Louisiana, Colorado, Michigan, Tennessee, Missouri, pretty much a lot of southern states.
Yeah.
And sad to say, actually, my home state is one of them, Arkansas. Right. I am fed up with y'all. That's pitiful. It's sad. But, Cal, I mean, how do you feel about that? It's a lot of, I want to say it's a lot of southern states, which is where, at the same time, what we don't want to acknowledge, a lot of racism is going on in southern states, a lot of homophobia, a lot of things. How do you feel about this?
Well, just hearing about those states that want to be divided up like that only brought me back to our president being reelected again. I think it has a lot to do with that because otherwise, if Mitt Romney had won this, they wouldn't try to be dividing up. We have so many different things going on in the United States, period, especially with us having a black president, because we've always had Caucasian presidents, things like that. You know, this is sort of kind of new for everybody, even us as being black people, because we never knew or thought that we would ever be in office or in the White House, period. You know, I figured if we get in the White House, it's going to be from the Black House. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they talk about little things like this, like dividing up the states, you know, I think I won't say they're mad. They can't believe that this man got a second term. You know, so while everybody is saying what he's not doing, how about we talk about the things that he has done? He can't do anything that was already messed up. That's like trying to repair something in your home. If it was really messed up from the start and it's unrepairable, what can you do? All you can do is either go out and buy another one or try to repair it. But if it's not able to be repaired, what can you do?
And that's the same way I feel. This is just ridiculous. It's just another way of states to try to show that, like I said, they're just trying to show the fact of their ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, they're basically ignorant about, so they don't want to move forward. I know I'm from Arkansas, and people that are from Arkansas know about Arkansas. When I say a lot of the towns are like stuck in the 50s,
and they're very racist. A lot of those
yes, they are.
Those towns in the South, you know, they was believing in those Jim Crow laws and things like that, you know, where we, as black people, we will always be belittled. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you looked on TV, we played a role, we played somebody's housekeeper, somebody's maid. That's been going on for years and years and years. And it's like now that we finally, I won't even say we overcame anything, because if we did, a lot of these people that live in these states, they wouldn't do us the way they do us. You ever been someplace where it's predominantly Caucasian or something like that, and you know maybe in your mind you feel like you may not supposed to be there, but you're going to shop there anyway, and you have people that look at you funny or give you different type of looks and stuff like that, and then, you know, our first response is, you know, what you looking at? Right. So, you know, that's you're not trying to tick nobody out, but my money's being good just like everybody else's.
That's right.
So it's like you have to really It's a lot. You know, this is like one of those things that was kind of amazing to me because I never thought we would have anybody black in the White House to do anything as far as trying to. And he's just not helping out the black people. He's helping out everybody. Right. He didn't say, well, when I get elected, I'm going to help out these black people. Or I'm going to do this for the black community or anything like that. When he go, he represent everything. He's not dividing it up. And see, that's what Mitt Romney would have did. Mm-hmm. Just like how these states are divided. See,
he's trying to divide.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So he didn't really want him in there anyway. I was looking at that, and I don't want to go too long on it. But I was looking at that on the TV, and he was saying how he had called and congratulated President Obama when he found out that he won. That left a bad taste in his mouth. To know that this man, this educated man, and he's black, he has a lot of education up under his belt, that won this election. And it wasn't by a landslide. He won it because he's a true and genuine person. So, you know, these people that's in these states, they probably don't like him because he's black. You know, that's true. And I was reading someplace else where they were saying that this billionaire young man had made jokes about killing him. Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of messed up how the world is. They don't want us to come through. They want us to stay just like how we are. Yep. You know, and it's just sad.
It is. So I really want to make a charge out there to everybody. If you are in any of those southern states, well, not only southern, but like Indiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Florida, New York, it's pretty much a lot of places, 20 states. If you are in any of those states, actually, don't sign the petition for once. And actually do what we are supposed to do, which is go against these people. If they want to be out there in front of your colleges or in front of your churches or in front of your stores asking you to sign a petition to get him out or to divide up, you start getting some signs out there right beside them saying we're not going anywhere. That's the only way that we can actually solve this problem. If we start working together, the people who want to make change, work together, and that's the only way we'll solve it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're going to go ahead on to the next subject here. And you are really interested in this subject because I heard a lot about it. Yeah. Now, this is about Elmo. What happened to Elmo? I love Elmo.
Oh, wow. I was reading today, well, actually not reading, I was looking at TV, where a 23-year-old that was 16 at the time that this supposed to have happened, that Kevin Clash, who plays Elmo, was supposedly in this relationship with this young boy, and then once the boy got a little older, then they started a real relationship. My view on that is, he didn't necessarily go to the police or anything, he went straight to the company where Elmo was actually produced. And I believe that the only reason why he did that was to get some type of money out of these people, so kind of like put it on the hush-hush. But see, my thing is this. If you didn't go at 16 to tell, then you wait until you almost 23, almost 30 to decide that you want to go and, now I want to talk about it. You only want to talk about it because this man is He's famous. He got maybe a little money too. So it just kind of like, I won't say it burns me up, but it's kind of like, you know, I don't like when people feel like that you have came up on something as far as like, you know, not so much popularity wise, but you made a name for yourself, and if you got all these people that come from out the background, like, oh, well, I slept with this person, or I did this, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, I just figure that, you know, if you're going to keep it real, keep it 100 with yourself. Because I feel like only reason why you want to do it is because you want a little money from out this man. So now you want to destroy his career and all of that. So it's like, you know, I look at all of this stuff just like, I want to say, oh, wow. It when the professor that was at the college, the football coach,
the football coach, yeah.
And it was like one person came out and said that this man supposedly molested them or whatever the case may be. But see, now I feel like this. You all were in college. You were grown. So if it was wrong what was going on, then maybe you should have said something.
Right.
Why you wait
or you wouldn't have let it happen in the first place.
Yeah. And then the man, he had wound up dying anyway because he had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So, his name really wasn't, he didn't have nothing to do with it. But his name really wasn't vindicated. You know what I'm saying? And he died off. Not even, they messed up his name also as well. So it's like when I hear stories about stuff like this, it just kind of makes me mad because it's like, just like to say, not being funny, but what if I get famous? You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You got all these people coming out the blue. These your cousins.
That you owe them.
Right, these your cousins. You've never seen these people before a day in your life, but these your cousins. Or you got somebody that want to try to slander your name and say you do this. So it's kind of a lot, and I know how he's feeling right about now, because his career is basically over if this thing comes not in his favor.
That's true. I mean, my thing is this is how I kind of, just by understanding everything, if it's consensual then it got to be consensual now. I mean, he was 16, true enough, but if you letting it happen while you 16 and you're not telling nobody, then all of a sudden you're 23 like you said, and now you want to say something. Right. What about when you were 17, 18, 19, so it wasn't a problem then, but now it's a problem. So I do agree with that. Like that's one thing they always say. Like we're just like crabs in a bucket or something like that. Like we're always trying to pull people down, especially when they get on top. So
yeah, we you know what? Sometimes we as a people, we always tend to do. You know how you see somebody and they're making it, and you like, oh. Instead of you being happy for them, you want what they have. So you figure you can find anything to pull them down. But the reason why you don't like them, and there's no reason why you don't, it's just because this person may have made it before you even decided to do whatever you wanted to do. So it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? So my big thing with this is I just really truly didn't believe it. Yeah. And I just feel like he was just in it for the money. If anything a person can feel like as a come up, they're going to do whatever they feel.
I totally agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how the cookie crumble.
That's just how the world turns.
Well, shout out to the Cookie Monster who's Elmo's friend. Now, another topic we're going to get on, I don't know if a lot of y'all watch it, but this is my guest host favorite show. And we love talking about the hot shows, so we try to keep y'all up on good things to watch when you're at home. Oh, yeah. Long Island Media. Oh, now, I must say, I've watched it, and Teresa, you ain't nothing to play with. I hope you get a chance to watch this video. You are serious, and I really don't want to meet her, because I ain't ready to talk to nobody.
Well, you know what? I love that show, and the one reason why I like the show, love the show as much as I do, is because, she be in different places, and there be so many different things going on, and so she can pick up on different things and stuff, and this person may have had a lot of thought about their past loved ones and stuff, and just wanted to, reconnect with their loved ones, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, and a person can just, come out and tell you stuff that's, about you that this person may have told them or whatever, and it's just an amazing
So you don't
show.
find that kind of freaky, kind of weird? So if she walked up to you while you was at Dominic, walking around with your basket, and she was like, Kyle, the spirits are telling me something, and she started telling you all that, you wouldn't kind of be like, okay, now, wait a minute.
I wouldn't necessarily be skeptical about it. I think that more so for myself, for me, I think I would enjoy a reading, especially, because I had someone that passed away and stuff in my life and stuff, and has been there, through, just me growing up, period, me being the age that I am. And it's, so hard sometimes to deal with things like that. Okay. So it's I would love to know, if I was forgiven for certain things that I may have done, or how I made this person feel. and stuff. So it's like I've been through a lot with this. I've been through a lot with him. You know, it's not really being my real father, but it's being, you know, my stepfather. He's been there through everything that I've ever been through.
Wow.
So it's like just to know, you know what I'm saying, anything, you know, that he would have to say, you know, I'd be confident to know. That's all. And that's why I think that I really love the show. It makes me cry sometimes because some people be, some people just, you know, it'd be so amazing. Just
it
to know.
Is amazing.
So I love the show. You know.
So y'all need to watch that. Watch it.
It comes on channel 69. It comes on TLC.
TLC.
And they also have like little different marathons about it and stuff. I just really enjoyed the show.
I mean, it's a cool show. I mean, it would be, you know, nice. And I'm kind of glad you brought up about the whole forgiveness thing, because this is our next topic. This is our big discussion for the show today. You know, we always try to have little hit topics, and then we have a big discussion. And the main discussion for tonight is going to be forgiveness. Should it really be a two-way street? Now, I say this because I'm the type of person where I always say, you know, I never forgive somebody, I never forgive them, and then all of a sudden I do forgive them, you know. And at the same time, I've always talked about how, you know, all these people have done me wrong, and how all these people, I need to forgive them. And lately, like, I actually was thinking about a person from back home who I realized that I messed up. Like, I mean, it's sometimes you can say, you know, for the first time I felt this way, but it really was like, I realized, you know, like, out of all the things, I messed up. And I really had to, like, I text this person, you know, and I really gave this really heartfelt apology, because it really is different when the shoe is on the other foot. You know, we always say we want somebody to forgive us, but at the same time, I mean, not forgive us, but we want to be, you know, the one in the front, be like, well, you need to learn how to do better. You know, you need to learn how to do this. But what if it was somebody that needs to forgive you for something that you did to them? Like, you know, really, how can we handle the two-way street thing? I know it's a lot, because forgiveness is a big topic itself.
I'm going to say it like this. Like, that's a very, very interesting subject, actually, that came up. I just feel like, you know, I don't want to make this a long drawn out, but for me, forgiveness is forgiving a person, and you don't necessarily have to, like, once you forgive somebody for something that they did, you don't necessarily have to throw it up in their face all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say this about forgiveness. And, like, for a very, very, very long time, I've held, like, grudges against my brothers. All of them. Each and every last one of them. And I've held grudges against them, like, just for them not being able to do the things I wanted them to do with me or for me. So it's like, you know, I've always had this grudge against them and stuff like that, because they would always go out and do stuff without me and stuff. So over the years, I've always been like a mama's boy. So I was always with my mom, going places with her, you know, and I was learning how to cook and learning how to do hair, doing our hair and stuff like that. Those are the things that
He can do some hair too.
Those are the things that I probably wanted to do then, because I didn't have them around to do anything with me at the time. So I held a lot of grudges against them, each and every last one of them. And I just felt like, you know, that they wasn't there for me, you know, and I, you know, maybe I've held on this for the longest. You know, like, for many years, my oldest brother, I haven't talked to him. I mean, he's my Facebook friend, but I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him in like over 15 years. I haven't seen him in about 15 years. And just to see pictures of him and stuff, and I'm like, man, He's 41 years old. You know, I'm almost up there. And then my other brother that's next to me, he lives in the area, and I still don't see him as much. And then my other brother, he stayed around the corner from me. You know, so it's like, you know, I haven't really forgiven them, and I just want to be able to forgive and forget the things that happened in the past, because if you steady holding on to things, you know, it kind of mess with you on the inside.
It does.
So I just hope that they're able to forgive me, you know, for the different things that I may have done to them, you know. And I know I was I was a terror. Maybe growing up.
That is true. You know, like we want that. We want them. You know, we want to be forgiven, but we never want somebody, you know, forgive us at the same time. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's one of those things where it's like it's that pride. Like, you know, well, you need to come to me. You need to talk to me. You know, you need to do this. But at the same time, it's something that we may have did to somebody else that we need to be forgiven for.
And see, I always, and that's kind of like a selfish attitude to have, you know, because I always felt like, you know, they owe me something. You know, I won't, you know, you tell me sorry. You know, tell me sorry. You know, they always looked at me as being the little brother, you know what I'm saying? And I always, you know, of course, that's what I was, you know, but just to know that everybody is everybody was, you know, have grown up to be positive people, you know, but I do miss them. I have to learn how to forgive people too, because I have a tendency to throw stuff over people's head. If you've done something wrong to me in the past, I just could never forget it. I'm not gonna forget it. But that's like I said, even after the whole thing with the like the Long Island Medium thing, you know, I've never been able to, just like my stepfather, I never told him how sorry I was that I had did the things that I did, you know, because I did make him feel like he wasn't wanted, you know, because it was things that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? So I never did get a chance to see him suffer like he did, you know. Well, I just don't know. I try not to think about it.
That's why
I just don't know. Like, I just want to know. Like, do you forgive me? do you forgive me for what I've done? Do you realize that I felt like you was more of a father figure to me than anybody? And just like with my brothers too, I love them and I miss them. I just sometimes you just don't get the nerve to call. It's been so many years since I've done it, and I've been wanting to do that type of stuff, like get them all together, surprise my mom and stuff, and everything. That'd be so great to just surprise her with a dinner somewhere, and all the brothers is there, and everybody's there, and we just having a good time like we used to. So yeah.
Well, that's something that, you know, can always put together. You know, hop, skip, and the jump, but it's always, you know, it's about, you know, getting prepared for something like that, because it's going to be something emotional at the same time. So
please don't be mad.
Well, we're gonna go ahead on and head out for today, you guys. The end the show as we always do with advice of the day. My advice of today is really about our big discussion topic. Really, you guys. This is funny because it hit me too. Really learn how to forgive someone, whether they wronged you, you know, whether they did you wrong or you felt, you know, it could have been just your pride or your ego they may have, you know, did something too. Learn how to forgive. And also, because without you learning how to forgive, then some people may not forgive you.
Yeah.
So, and that's just something I've really been learning lately, you know, and so learn how to do that, you guys, and that's my advice for the day. You have any advice?
Oh, wow.
Something happy. We got to end off
happy. Well, mine goes a little something like that too, especially when it comes as far as like forgiveness, as far as like in relationships and friendships, things like that. You're supposed to be able to do that. You know, because I've always been a firm believer in I don't want to ever go to sleep mad at somebody. Or I want to make sure that I'll let you know, that if I did anything wrong or something like that, sometimes you do things and you don't realize that you do them. And you may hurt somebody's feelings. And then you don't really see it because it ain't really on your mind right now. You trying to, hey, you trying to make a point. So you got to just learn how to do things. And also, my advice to everybody, everybody out there is that when you tell a person that you're over it, that you really mean that you're over it.
That was a word. That wasn't advice. That was a sermon.
Anything that they may have did to you in the past, just let it go.
Woo. That's a sermon to some preachers. You need to preach about that. I'm over it. Woo! That's a 5-star. You need to preach them. But I just want to thank you guys also for coming out to my birthday bash. I had a blast. All the parts I can remember. But thank you to everybody. Special shout out to, Mr. Love Brown Cordero and Cal, and some of the other people that came out. But special shout out to these two for hosting it for me. So, guys, you have a great day. Thank you for watching. And always have fun and come back for more of the crew.
Oh, yeah. And it was great being here on the set.
I'm sorry. Hey, right. Thank you so much.
Definitely had fun.
I'm glad.
And hopefully one day I'll get a chance to do this again.
Oh, you'll be back. You're always coming back. Well, thank you guys again, and thanks for Calais being on here today. You can look us up on Facebook, Cal Austin or Markel Ahmad Miller, and on Twitter for me, Too Cocky for TV. So you guys have a great one.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't forget that you can also look us up with this video at with Mr. Love Brown at Facebook.com. You got that?
Oh, yeah. Facebook.com.
He is our creator.
Right.
And he is the
creator and the omnipotent one.
So he's let me sit in his seat for the day. I appreciate it.
He's the producer for the day.
Oh, he's going to produce today.
Yeah, he producing.
Well, he will be back. He ain't going to let me warm this seat up for too much.
Oh, the shade of it all. But you guys have a great night. See ya.
See y'all again.